YosoBoho. Welcome back. It is part 2 of a 2-part series here in the Value Village / Unique Thrift Shop, which is a Savers combination just outside of Washington, D.C. This is where we were camping, and this was the end of a vacation. If you missed part 1, I will link it right over here and down below. Go check it out. You can watch it after, but that's the story. We were coming from our vacation down in North Carolina, and this was our last stay before coming home. And this was just like the main thrifting adventure because we were here for, I would say, over 3 hours. We spent 2 hours on the first side and then realized when we went over to the second side, it was like a carbon copy and it had all the same kind of shelves, just all different things. We found so many cool things. So I'm going to get right into it. You will want to stick around till the end because something incredible happened on our way home. On the Pennsylvania Turnpike, we witnessed something amazing. So amazing that it actually went a little viral. I recorded and I shared it out on my personal social media and was also asked by some news sources to use it. So it has been used now, I don't know where, all over the place. And yeah, it was crazy. It was a semi-crash and the story has a really happy ending. So stick around at least to the end so that you can see that. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. All right, let's get into what you're here for. Let's do some thrifting. Let's go. We are now on the Value Village side. There's a whole another side. First thing I saw was this cool big cowbell. I believe it's Swiss for $6. That's too neat. What a cool first find on this side. This is a Swiss cowbell. So this is like cast brass here. Makes such a cool sound. And then look at the work here. Definitely vintage. This is all also brass. This is leather. That is so cool, right? Obviously somebody had this displayed somewhere where they screwed it in and had it hanging, maybe outside because the patina here really speaks to it being maybe exposed to the weather. But I think it adds some really cool texture and story to the piece. Love this piece. We'll have a hard time letting go of this piece. I know I say that a lot, but it's so unique. It's not something that you're going to run across a lot. It probably will go to eBay. I don't have room for it here. How cool would it be to, you know, use as like a dinner bell or something outside your back door? This was an exciting find, and it's so funny because I was feeling a little defeated, like, oh my gosh, I have to go through a whole nother side and I don't have the time. But this told me it's definitely going to be worth it. Yeah, look, there's like a whole nother wall of bags. This guy's cool. Made in China. Looking through some vases and such. Class of 2020. What is this? That is definitely hammered copper. That's neat. This is a hammered copper vase. I love this kind of brutalist edge here. It's unfinished kind of raw edge. Just look at the shape and the color on that. It is definitely copper. It was a molded and hammered piece. You can see where it was soldered together here where the seam was. It's not perfect. There's some aging somewhere there. And you know me, I like that kind of stuff, that little patina on there. But yeah, I paid $3.49 for it, and I think it's really great. I've seen another one of these. I believe it sold for about $25. Of course, I'm sharing that information, but yeah, very cool. I always love a little bit of metal in my decor, whether it's silver or bronzy kind of coppery or brass. It's like the jewelry in the room, right? That little bit of metallic bling. This one would definitely deliver that. This is cool. I've bought these etched out pieces before. This one is not signed. It's a nice piece. It's nice and heavy. It's a good price too. Ugh. I don't need it, but for that price. I think this is a hobbyist piece, but man, did they do a good job. The depth of this piece, the dark glaze, and that drip effect there, super cool. Just has somebody's initials on it, TD, and the weight of it is like impressive. It definitely has a very thick base, thick walls. It weighs probably 1.5 pounds, if not more. And I like the style. I think they did a really nice job. And for $2.99, I thought that was a good pickup. This is one of those pieces that's going to go into my pottery collection that will be sold over at my boho booth come next year. I said it in Tuesday's video. I'm going to have something similar over at the shop with just a really cool collection of pottery all together so that somebody who's collecting might be able to come and pick a couple of pieces out. Just as I promised, this place was a mirror of the last place. So if you saw on Tuesday, I spent some time in all the bags on the walls, and I got to do that on this side too. So check out what I found on this bag o' things wall. Back to the wall of things. Just pulled out a bag here, $3.99. I see several Wade's Whimsies in here. And some other cute little cat things. It's like there's several of those in there. So this is a good bag. If you've watched my channel for any bit of time, you know I collect miniatures and I am a fan of the Wade's Whimsies. So the bag was $3.99. I think we priced Wade's Whimsies in our booth somewhere between $3 and $4 a piece. So this guy would probably be about that, you know? So I think he basically pays for the bag. And then I have funny little green clown, pale gray horse, 2 little blue geese. This looks like Mary and Joseph maybe. A little bit of damage on this one. Very nice little chocolate lab. A goldfish. A seal. A little parrot. Tiny little ram. A two-tone poodle standing up like it's doing tricks. And then there were 4 little, what look like cats or foxes. I'm not sure. They look like they're hobbyist pieces, like they were painted maybe different colors. I don't see any value here, but I'll probably put them in a bag and put a couple of bucks on them over at the booth. So if you're counting, there's about a dozen pieces in here. Even at $2 a piece, that's $24. But I probably get more like 3 to 4 for the Wade's Whimsies if I sell them individually. We have a nice little kind of carousel at the shop that my aunt brought in that holds individuals. So I'll probably add some of these to that little carousel for, like I said, 3 to 4 bucks a piece. So we could be talking, you know, $30 to $40 or more if they all sell. But it's a great little return for $3.99. Wonder if there's any more of those. Oh my gosh, those are so cute. How many are in there? We got some fish swizzle sticks. How many of these little mice are here? Are they all there? I see 4. Oh, I see 5. Cute. I don't know what that is, but $3.49. Oh, those are adorable. We're getting these. More glass fish. If you missed the other glass fish from Tuesday, you'll have to go back and watch. I found a really cool mobile, hanging mobile with all of these little blown glass fish. So these glass fish are little stir sticks, and this is 2 sets of them. There was one that is broken, but the fish is actually in the bag undamaged. So I am going to fix that with a little bit of super glue, but the rest of these are in wonderful condition. And these, it turns out, were made or distributed by Crate and Barrel. I don't expect, because there's a lot of them on eBay, I don't expect to get full retail, especially since they don't have a box. This was also in that box, and this is a little piece made by Sagaform. So hard to read, but it's right in here. This piece is stainless steel, and then these little picks are all resin, and they're little mice with little cheese wheels. So how fun to include this on like a charcuterie where, you know, little self-serve cheese picks, and they all stand in that little kind of slice of cheese. Very fun, nice little surprise in the bag that they're all there and that they're all in perfect condition. I think this is probably something that I will use this Christmas on my charcuterie. And then, yeah, I don't know if I'll keep it or if I will let it go. And then these were in here. These are kind of nice, these little wooden pieces, because you could stand up cards or something in them. So I like those. Now what's in them is like a little cast silhouette. So this one is of, looks like a little, like a child, maybe, I don't know. Is it giving a mouse to a cat? I can't tell. But there was that one. And then this one where it looks like 3 ladies maybe lunching or having a tea. But yeah, so those were also in there. I do like these wood blocks. I imagine I can do something with those. Maybe I sell the 2 silhouettes together and repurpose these little blocks. And the whole bag cost me $3.50. So I thought that was a pretty wonderful bag. Let's go see what else was in the bags. I spent so much time over on the other side. I wish I knew that this was all over here. Then I would have split my time a little bit better. Gosh, those are cute. Oh my gosh. These are cute too. Oh my gosh, okay. What do we want to spend time looking at? So I'm limiting myself now. I gotta get Earth back to DC to see something. He's been very patient with me. That's adorable. I have to look up that. That's signed. I think we made it through there. We did find this miniature set of, it's like a child set, little teacups, tiny little cream and sugar, hand-painted Nippon for $3.49, and then this wonderful vintage set of melamine bowls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. I just love the idea of dishes that don't break. And these are so like 60s, 70s. They are made in Hong Kong, and they're made by Shuang Ho. Numbered, and it says all the information right there. But just these really nice little rice bowls, and there was a whole stack of 8 of them. And I thought, what a cool little thing. They were priced $3.99. They just kind of screamed mid-century modern to me. And I love the colors and the design on that. So I scooped them up for that for $4. So the bowls on their own, I'm not sure that they'll command a lot of money or a lot of attention. So I haven't yet decided if they'll show up in my boho booth or if they will go on eBay. And of course, I'll share that information here. When I saw this little bag of teacups and saucers, and it even has plates, I just thought they were adorable. I love that it had this little kind of Victorian design on it. Now these are hand painted and it is marked Nippon. So we do know that it predates 1921 because that is when Nippon appeared on things. So these are an antique, little cute creamer and sugar, 4 little demi-tasse cups and their saucers, and then 6 little like dessert plates. No teapot to be found, but that's okay. I think that this little set should do okay on its own. I think I'll put it in one of the booths this springtime. I have some other teacups that didn't make it to the booth last year. So I imagine another area, maybe in the whimsical booth, with some teacups and saucers and this beautiful little set. I think we're good. I would like to look at quilts, if they have any quilts. I see some quilts right down here. And then we should go. He's been really patient with me, so I appreciate it. It's not very big. Oh, no, maybe not. It's in half. All right, we're gonna check this guy out. A what?
I thought it was a stain.
But you're just seeing the colors through the back?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna see that again in the corner. Sandy fits. Very cool. All right, that's coming home with us. How fun is this? It is just a simple block quilt, right? With all of these wonderful little pieces on it. And then check it out. Like this guy right here is an applied mushroom. So he has been added, like he was cut out of something, this embroidered piece. But there's like different fabrics and different colors, and I just love it so much. It's so fun. I have had great success in selling quilts over in our booth. I think it'll be a great one to put over in the springtime or the summertime. And what I love about it is it's double-sided. So the one side is just this really pretty rose. You could see all the quilting work there, right? All that quilting work is hand done. So you see the pattern on it? That's so impressive to me. Somebody took the time to do that. And you guys, there's a label on it right here, and it says, "Made with love by Mom." So my question is, how did this get there? It just makes me so sad. But it's gonna have a new happy home. It's gonna decorate somebody's bed or wall or wherever with these amazing happy colors. Look at the top side of it too. She created a fold over, like, you know, if you put it on the bed this way, you actually have that detail across the top. Gosh, it's so wonderful. And look at this. She even used bits of terry cloth. Oh, I could look at this all day. It just makes me so happy. Not happy that it ended up there, but happy that I'm the one that found it, I guess. I'll put the measurements up here on screen so you can see. I think it was my favorite find of the whole day, and it was my last find of the whole day. So I'm glad we took the time to check out the other side, and I was able to find this. That was a really nice way to end our trip. I spent with tax $114 on everything that you've seen today and yesterday in part 1. Again, if you missed that, go back and watch it. There was some amazing things there too. It was a happy day of thrifting, even though we only really hit this one place and spent all our time there. If you're in that area and you get to frequent this store, whoo, lucky you, because it is magic, I'll tell you. But yeah, that is the end of our thrifting adventure just outside of DC. And I'm super glad that you came along with us and checked it out with us. All right, I am going to take you to see some things in Washington. I got some amazing photos, and we took the walk all the way down the pool and went to the Lincoln Memorial, and we visited the Arlington Cemetery, and I got to pay tribute to my girl, the amazing Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I wasn't sure where she was buried in this place, and she's not a very far distance from where you enter, and that was good because we had done so much walking, and I really wanted to you know, visit her. And so that was kind of a shock, and it took me a minute to compose myself after I did find her. But if you're there and you're worried about the amount of walking through there, I do know they have shuttles, but she's buried right near the Kennedy area. So it's not far to walk if you go. But I'm going to take you to some of those places, little musical tour. And then, like I said, stick around and watch the ending. We were witness to something incredible, and I captured it on camera. Check it out. Say the further north we get,
the more the color is going to be.
Yeah.
It's still kind of warm down
here. It's a good day for a drive home. Now we're seeing some color.
Yes, we are.
Now we're in PA. This
86
is
miles.
So pretty. Look at that.
So we're 86 miles away from the Ohio border.
We are?
Yep.
Oh, look at that hill of color. And the sun is shining on some of that. So pretty. Our very first camping trip was kind of near here. Where this whole camping thing got started. And you decided that it was a pretty cool thing to go camping.
Before that, I didn't think about camping.
I know, because you didn't grow up camping like I did. Wow, look at the deep reds and stuff popping in there.
That's a big sign of being back in the north.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about our luck with driving, but man, do we get the pretty blue skies. Sometimes they're just blue, and sometimes they're beautifully cloudy.
One day we only ran in the rain.
Yeah, this whole trip, right?
Yeah.
One day.
One day of rain. That's it.
Somebody's running. They're running to help or something. They're pulling him out. They're pulling him out. They're pulling him out. They just pulled him out. Did you see that? Yep. Oh my God. Oh my God. Get him out. Get him away from the truck. They just pulled. They pulled him all off to the side of the road. I don't know if you want to go under there. There's other people. There's other people going over to help. How close do we want to be to this thing if it blows?
I'm trying to get far away. I want to get far away.
That's what I'm saying. If it blows.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
Did he hit the bridge?
I don't know.
Dude, watch this guy right here. What are you doing?
Should I wait?
Yes. What is... Call 911. He said call 911.
You call 911?
Please. I'm sure they already have it.
All right. Did he hit the bridge?
I don't know, but the truck's gonna blow up.
I don't know if we want to be this close.
I want to go.
Yeah, we're gonna move. gonna call. Pull over, like, can you get on the other side? Oh my God. Huh?
Oh man. It's the worst thing I've seen. I can't call 911. How do I go to emergency?
What do you mean? There is a happy ending to that story. The girlfriend of the man who pulled that man out of the semi reached out to me. They saw it, I think, on the morning news. Somebody picked it up off of my social media feed. So anybody who wants to use it, you know, has used it. I have no idea how far reaching it has gone. The girlfriend reached out to me and she told me that they saw it. And I asked permission at that point to share their information because I could see on her Facebook page who this man was. It was obvious because they were dating and he was in his fatigues. And I knew that the man that we saw was some military because he was wearing fatigues. Turns out he was on his way home from training. He is a college student. His name is David Duffy. Seems like an all-around amazing guy. I actually got to message with him directly too. He sent me a thank you and I said, "Are you kidding?" The thanks is all to you. He saved this man's life. I will connect an article that was done about David and about this, what happened, where he tells the story, but the guy who was driving the semi hit the bridge. The front part of the semi actually did a 180. So the driver's side door was on the other side, like facing off the road, and the passenger side door was facing the road. That's where David pulled the man out. He couldn't get to him through the other side. And you saw as soon as he pulled him out, the thing blew. That was only the first explosion, and that was not the big explosion. The big explosion happened as we pulled away. So I just can't even tell you the adrenaline, like all of these things go on in your head and it's so crazy. And when I talked to David, I said, you know, I have such mad respect for somebody that can just jump to the rescue and not even think about their own safety. And we saw all these other people jump to action and help him take that man off the side of the road. And the driver is okay. He went to the hospital. He had some minor issues. He was in stable care when we checked on him, and he has made a recovery, and thanks to David, he's alive. So it was such a crazy way to end our vacation, to witness that and to be able to share it and to show heroes in action, because that's what they were. They were superheroes. David is a superhero. And it's been a cool kind of thing since then to see the media take it over and to have people reach out about it. It's been really interesting. So I had to share it with you, of course. I hope it wasn't too shocking. It has a really happy ending, so I just had to share it. All right, everybody. So that is the end of our two-part adventure to the DC area. Ended with a little exclamation point there with that footage. But tomorrow I will be back for a sale. I will be live tomorrow night. We will do it at 8 p.m. If you want to set a notification so you'll be notified when I go live, go down below in the information box and find where I say sale video and click on it. It will have a little notify me that you can click on. And then when I go live, if you forgot about it, it will send you a little notification and say, hey, she's live. So you can come over then. I got some cool stuff like this little guy who is a reindeer and a knee hugger, little basket. I made this and I was like, oh, I got to keep this. And then I said, no, I think that, my people will love it too. So I brought it for the sale. I made another assemblage that's just as cute, and then a lot of other great things, mostly Christmas, although I am bringing those 2 pieces of artwork from the PAWS. If you missed that video, I will link that up here and down below. But I picked up some really wonderful hand-done things when I was on vacation near the Outer Banks, and I'm going to auction those off, and we're going to send the money back to the place that does pet rescue. So that'll be cool too. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow night. 8 o'clock. Don't miss it. Until then, please take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow night.